Hello?
Hi,
Hi, what's your name?
Michaela.
Michaela.
Yes,
Michaela, where you calling me from?
Atlanta.
Michaela. ATL, how old are you?
I am 27.
27. What do you do for a living?
I am a chef and a performing arts dancer.
Chef and performing arts dancer.
Hmm.
Okay, what's your zodiac
Performing arts
sign?
dancer in Atlanta.
Aquarius.
Aquarius. Yeah, you got to say performing arts dancer because you just say dancer on my show, they're going to think stripper.
In Atlanta?
You got to specify performing arts dancer. We got it. Michaela Atlanta 27, chef, performing arts dancer. What's your zodiac sign?
Zodiac sign is Aquarius.
Aquarius. All right, Michaela, you have any children?
Yes, I have two.
2 kids. How old are your 2 kids?
My daughter is 4 and my son is 7.
Okay, both by the same man?
Two different
Okay.
men.
Why are you not with the 4-year-old dad?
He's military and we had irreconcilable differences. We left off on good
What?
terms. We just like, I love you enough to let you go.
Love you enough to
Find
let you go.
someone. Yes.
Okay. Do you have
What does that mean? I love you enough to let you go.
It's insanity. He wasn't
Who
fitting in with
said
that
it?
program. You know what? Let me do some science and some math right here. Brother from the military took you in already with one child. I don't know whatever you didn't get on that brother's program. See that, ladies, again, understand this. The more little grim lords you come with, the better of a woman you're gonna have to be. Nobody's just gonna let go of a perfectly good woman if he had one or he invested time in, got close to the kids, whatever was the case. See, either she didn't get on this man's program or something she thought she could do better. You know, she's on Kendra, obviously. They just mutually had it reconciled. That doesn't even sound right. And if he did have these differences, it wasn't just out of nowhere. It wasn't mutual. He probably kicked you to the curb. I don't know. She doesn't seem like a bad woman, but I'm saying we just throwing out things with no explanation. It leaves you to fill in the blanks. And I'm gonna fill in the blanks with sense, with logic, not with, oh, well, he was probably doing this and that. No, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna go with what logically makes sense. If he took in a woman with a child, brother in the military, they like discipline, structure, and things of that nature. So you should be able to fill in the blanks and see where this is coming from as well. Like, they just split up and it was all hunky dory. Nah, I doubt that. But that's just my opinion. We'll see. What do you think, Queen?
I mean, she seemed like she had a real, like the caption says, sweet spirit. Like,
Sure.
just a soothing voice. And then all this plot twist.
Mm-hmm.
We got to deduct points.
You was up, but then you down.
She was up. I'm like, okay, girl. We got the sweet spirit, the soft voice.
Right.
And here she got 2 kids by 2 baby daddies. Lord.
And now we dipped out on the irreconcilable difference. And another thing, hold on. I don't know if you guys are recurring, you watch regularly, or it's your first time here, but it's something that we always highlight with Kendra's show. When you have multiple baby daddies, okay, let's say the woman had 4 children, 4 different men. Kendra always asks you about the last one, never asks you about the first one. So Kendra just asked, why are you not with the 3-year-olds? Why you didn't answer let's start at the top. Why are you not with the 7-year-olds, daddy? And then we'll get to the 3-year-old and all of that. So yeah, I think it's I don't know if Kendra does it. If they never speak on it, they ain't gonna speak on nothing you don't ask them about. They gonna keep all them skeletons in the closet. They ain't gonna speak on the first baby daddy. I guess that's the what they classify that as, Queen, the young and dumb baby daddy, right? Yeah,
that's the freebie.
That's the freebie, the bonus, the mulligan. We golf. It's a mulligan. It's the do-over. They don't count.
Right. And I don't know. When she said performing arts dancer, I kind of believed her. Now she could be a stripper. I don't know. But I
put
thought
Kendra's wig on her and she'd be on somebody's pole just like that.
Maybe it was a sweet spirit. Maybe it was that, like, it just. But I believed it when she said performing arts
The only performing arts dancing I know in Atlanta is in Magic City.
Right.
You tell me. I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm totally could be off base.
She could be performing at a
theater. Alvin Ailey, right? She's in the Alvin Ailey. Okay, maybe so. Maybe she is. I don't know. I just performance arts dancing in Atlanta. I'm thinking of the Chicken Shack, the Stripping Quick, and the Magic City and all that. That's what I know from Atlanta. And I love Atlanta. Shout out to Atlanta. Can't wait to go back.
So she know where to get them lemon pepper wet wings at.
She probably come slide up, busting it open when she bring it to you. Who knows? I don't know. Performing arts dancer in Atlanta. I don't know. What it sound like to you, fella?
Oh Lord. Okay.
Have you ever been married?
No, just engaged.
No.
So we got Michaela, Atlanta, 27, Aquarius.
I'm glad she said that. Stop saying this, ladies. Stop saying that you've been engaged. It don't count. That's like that would be the same thing as you don't have a job, but then you say,
I filled out the application.
Yeah. Or I went to the interview.
Right. I went to orientation. I just didn't get hired. So you didn't get a job. You don't have a job.
You don't have a job though. You are not currently in a job. It don't matter how many interviews you went to, how many applications you have filled out. It don't matter. And who did you get engaged to? One of your baby daddies? I hope so.
Or was it someone else?
Or was it some third party?
And again, we like to say maybe you should keep the engagements to yourself. If you got married, sure. You can say that. Yeah, I was married. I have an ex-husband. But to list out your engagements is, again, this is one of those things that might work backwards. It's not going to work in your favor. Because either you took a man's proposal that you didn't want to marry, so you called it off, or you took a man's proposal that wanted to marry you and he called it off. Either way, that don't look good. Yeah. Like that should be like a that would be a non-starter. Well, why did you call it off? Or why did he call it off? And why did you accept his proposal? Okay, I don't think that this is not something that happens, ladies. So let me dispel this before it pops up in the comments. Man, he's not going to change his whole genetic makeup and his whole character after he proposes to you. So no, the red flags didn't pop up after no proposal. God damn it, you ignored them. Or whatever you did, they were there beforehand if they were there after the proposal. He didn't change when he said, will you marry me? That is not going to happen. Not for the worse. That's not going to happen. I'm not going to say it never happened, but it probably happened 1% of the time. So don't come in the comments, oh, he probably switched up when she put the ring. No, he didn't. He was the same individual he was beforehand. So you taking the ring and not going through with it, it does not look good on you, lady. So maybe she should just left that out. No, I wasn't married, and keep going.
Right, just answer yes or no. This is the time when you answer yes or no.
Straight up.
Aquarius is a chef, performing arts dancer, mom of 2 kids, 4 and 7. What kind of man you looking for, babe?
I am looking for a trustworthy man who loves God, who is a good communicator, and he's faithful in the relationship. I don't want much, but I feel like communication is really big.
Okay. What are your deal breakers?
A liar, horrible communicator, and someone that doesn't like kids. Like, that's really big for me because I have kids.
Okay. Does he have to look a certain way?
No, I'm open to any race.
Okay. Now, do you want more children?
Yes.
Okay.
That's one of the things I have to compromise because I feel like if I want a husband, he's going to ask me for a kid. So I'm like, I'll compromise with that.
Are you okay if he already has children?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, money. Should he make a certain amount of money?
As long as he has a job and he can provide for himself, I am That's fine. I'm not with the you need to make a lot of money type of thing. But
okay,
as long as he has a job.
as long as he has a job. Should he be in Atlanta?
Queen, can you please?
Yes.
Can you take this one? Because you could articulate this a lot better than me. Please
So,
go off.
So stop saying as long as he got a job. I mean, the job part, okay. But as long as he can provide for himself, when you know dang well that you want him to come in and provide for you and your kids. So him providing for himself, he has probably a different lifestyle than you do. He's taking care of himself. If he got kids, he's taking care of them. But to add you coming with 3 people, yourself included.
Little kids too. She got young kids.
Right. That 3 extra people that he's going to have to provide for. So go from one person of a household of 1 to a household of now 4, or in any other children that y'all might have. That's a lot of people. So if he made, I don't know, 40,000, 50,000, he might be real comfortable
For himself.
by himself. Now bringing all of y'all up in here,
not so comfortable no more.
Crumb snatchers up in here. Now he got to provide for all of y'all. Because you know you want him to be a provider. You ain't going 50-50 with him.
And you ain't paying all the bills neither.
Right. And these situations, I think you especially should go 50-50. Because you got people, you bringing people with you.
True indeed.
How you going to show up to the party empty-handed?
With 2 extra miles.
Right. I invited you to the party.
Nah. That's very true. Very true.
You know, we Black.
Sure.
And in our community, you don't show up to no party empty-handed.
You got to bring something to the table.
You got to bring something. You ain't bring no soda. You ain't got no cups.
No chips. Nothing.
You know how we do.
Ice.
Go and bring
You be looking at everything you took. Yeah, we're going to give you a small portion. We're going to be watching every plate, every chicken wing you touch. You ain't even bring nothing.
Is that a big take-home plate? What?
No. Put that back. You ain't bring nothing. You ain't bring nothing but the ice.
So I invited you to the party, ma'am, but you had showed up with +2.
Come on
not
now.
+1, +2.
We can't do that.
You ain't bring nothing for you and your little family.
Right. Just be honest, ladies. Like, don't stop trying to play safe. Like, sometimes, okay, when y'all should be honest, y'all try to play safe.
Right.
And when y'all should just play safe, y'all want to give the whole backstory. Like, y'all got it backwards. You should say, nah, I would need him. I would want him to have enough to provide for me. And if we have children, you can say that.
Yeah.
Me, and if we have children. Don't even put your children in the forefront, even if you wanted that. Like, get that between you and him. I'm sure that doesn't sound good on camera, for sure. But when she asked you if you was married, you should have just said no. You want to say no, but I was engaged, or I've been engaged 12 times, or whatever. Don't give the backstory. You being honest. You giving extra info when you should just say the truth. And when you should say the truth, you're not saying the truth.
Right.
Like, Jesus.
That's all. Man. It's a science to this. You talking about a communicator. Know what to say. Like
when not.
And when not to. It's not, you being dishonest or no, just know how to operate and know what to say and know when to, like, you're presenting yourself in front of thousands of people watching. Now when you get to the date or talking with this man, you could expound on a few things, and when you just conversate, okay, well, I got engaged and things like that. You could explain more of what really happened. You can't really explain on here.
Right. That should be more of a personal basis, with a perspective. You don't got to come on here and tell all your business like that.
Right. So, because you are presenting yourself to be found. And a dude watching this may not. Okay, well, I'm gonna keep it moving.
Maybe scared off.
Right, that don't sound. Or he might be intrigued. I don't know.
Maybe so. We don't know. But you don't know who's watching.
Yourself.
Yeah. So, some of this should be reserved. Like maybe all your trauma. It makes for good content, right? It helps make Kendra some money, right? But some things might be just better off you telling that person 1v1 in a private setting to where he could just look at the character and not the trauma. When you put all the trauma out in front, not to say that she's doing this, but I'm saying just doing that in general, putting the trauma out in front. Now it's gonna give me a barrier. Like I might be interested but apprehensive because the trauma is out and you was dealing with X, Y, and Z. Maybe I should get to know the character so I can look past the trauma.
Yes.
You know what I mean? When it's presented, oh well, okay, X, Y, and Z happened. Well, you know what? I didn't see that in your character, so I feel that you're healed or whatever you're going through. I appreciate you sharing in a closer moment. You know, you get to know somebody on a more intimate level, and that doesn't just mean sex. You know what I mean? Your story, your history. You know, you might want to keep that as private. You know, that's what that's just
That's intimacy. Like that builds connections.
Right.
With another, like to share those things. But you sharing it all out here, it's not going to build a connection with nobody.
Right.
Well, let's continue.
Listen.
He could be in Atlanta and he could be other places, but I prefer like a little close, like Florida, maybe Texas, and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do the KendraG.
Okay.
Is that a bodysuit?
One piece.
Okay, we're saying Michaela. Turn around on him. All right. So we got Michaela, Atlanta, 27, Aquarius, a chef, performing arts dancer, mom of 2 kids by 2 men. You've never been married, correct?
Never been married.
Never married. When was your last relationship?
3 years ago.
3 years ago. You don't have to answer, but I'm going to ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
A year ago.
A year ago. Are you waiting for a relationship?
Yes.
Lying.
Yes.
Let me get my big blue cap.
What are 3 flaws you have to work on?
I'm very impatient. That's really bad, but I'm impatient. I overthink a little bit. And which one else? I have trust issues. Like I kind of overthink. So those are my flaws that I do work on.
So why would a guy be lucky?
So the overthinking and trust issues run together. And I guess the impatience run together. They all just run together.
Yeah, I guess. Right. It feeds off each other.
You gotta work on that.
Like an engine in a car. Yeah, just calm down, sis.
You gotta work on that. She said she was working on it.
Right. We'll give her a little grace.
Right.
We don't know it, but the I don't know, that's the paranoia and all that, that'll leave you in a bad way. We should just try to. I know it's the emotions of a woman. I'm not even trying to downplay what goes through a woman's mind and all of that. I'm not even trying to understand all that. But you can't let that just take over your whole thought process. You need all this assurance, and you need them to let you know you're number one always at every second. And I don't know how these things can get extreme. You know, it may sound one way or seem like an innocent thing, but it does have an extremity to it, to where that can strain a relationship, you know? So man, you want to be careful with those kind of things, you know? So.
Need to be with you.
I'm ambitious. I'm hardworking. Well, I wouldn't say hardworking for a relationship, but I'm very faithful. I love God, and I'm a family-oriented person, so I feel like men, that's one of the good qualities. I'm kind of nervous.
No, I understand. This could be a nerve-wracking moment.
I know how people feel when they get on here, because I'm like, I could do Kendra's show. Why are they so nervous? And now you picked me, and then I was like, oh wow, yeah. There's a lot of people watching right now.
What is the age range you said you would date? You're 27.
27 and all the way up to maybe 40. Nothing past that. Maybe, yeah.
Okay.
Nothing past that.
Nothing past that. Now, I just want to ask you this question because you probably will be a highlight. What would you say to the person that might be concerned, because you do have 2 children, and 4 and 7? what would you say to the person that's concerned because of that?
I'm not looking for someone to replace my kids' fathers. They have their own fathers. We work together as parents, co-parent and stuff. My kids are very important to me, but I'm not looking for someone to replace that. And what my relationship is with my kids until we get to the point where we're serious in that relationship, and then we go ahead and here's my kids, my son and my daughter and stuff. Also, even though you didn't ask, I'm very, very dedicated to my business and my dancing and stuff. And I do know how to prioritize, and I do know how to separate that. But it is very important. I don't want to ever change that, me being a dancer or me having to stay at home and stuff. I don't want to stay at home. I'm a business woman, and I'm focused on my dancing.
Can we stop this, please? No matter how soft, I'm just a business and meek, and I just all about my kids and boss chick. That might change. You might have to get that up, sis. If this is what if this might be the requirements that it might take. Okay, I don't want you dancing about like that. You don't have to do that. You want to do that on a personal, private, like be my private day. I don't know if the brother came in with that. I'm not saying he is. Prospectively, if that's what would happen, you're gonna have to get that up. She's saying that come first. I'm gonna be this, and I'm not. I ain't staying home.
But there's something else at play here. You might be right about this type of dancing, because if it was just theater dancing, I don't see a guy that's saying stop dancing. Like you're doing plays and acting. You're a dancer. But if it's exotic dancing, we know he gonna have a problem with it.
Of course.
But that's two different things. Like, so that makes me start questioning what type of dancing you're doing that would make a man say, "Sit your behind down."
Telling you,
you're doing too much.
Telling you, it's gonna come into a play. Or you 27 now, when you get 30 something, that ain't gonna be all that. You know what I mean? Look, why don't you get off that thing? She said that ain't going nowhere. That's me. Like I'm on that. Respectfully, I'm not even saying against that, but I'm saying that we know what's important to you. So, okay, can we jump to a conclusion? They had irreconcilable differences. Was this one of them? Was this part of it?
So.
Military brother, I don't want you out there. You need to be in this house with these whoop. She don't want to go through that. And here's another point before I let this one wash over me. If you's co-parenting so damn good, why y'all not together? If you're so great, cool, we just tight as a fist. We just lockstep. We one unit. So why y'all not just a family no more? Like, man, please, man. Please.
I think the sweet spirit, like I do really think that she got a sweet spirit though.
With a sour aftertaste.
Right.
I ain't buying it.
It's like a Sour Patch Kid. Like
I ain't buying it.
1 minute they're sweet, 1 minute they're sour.
Right.
And I
ain't buying it. He told me everything I need. I ain't bought it. Y'all heard the recording. We can go back. I ain't buy the dancing. It was this. I ain't buying it, man. Nah.
It's the sweet spirit for me. Maybe that's just throwing me off. Like I want to believe that
You do.
I really want to believe it, and it's just like I can't rock with, like, come on now. Let's say a dude does come along and sweep you off your feet, or to take your grim laws and take you as you are. And he say, I need you to come up out of that dancing in that business, or you need to calm that down. Take a step back. But that's your husband. Like that's the man that you're supposed to be marrying. You wouldn't do that?
Nah, that come first. It's gonna be there.
For him? I mean, you don't want to. You want to get married, so let's say your husband, that's his requirement. You gonna let him pass by? Because this business and all of this is just so important.
Yeah.
See,
Right.
this
Y'all gotta
I
stop.
thought it was
You
some
gotta
hope.
stop. It's
Here's the plot twist.
generational. No, you look no further. Just look at the age, the influence. You can see the number feminism has done on
I had
the
hope.
community. Even this one here, she by all measurables, she got the voice, the demeanor. She seems very respectful, docile, all of that. But underneath the surface was boiling. I'm a boss. I'm gonna do this. I'm not staying home. Like that's all right there. That's all she said. She just said it with a sweet tongue, but she said the same thing. Like, nah, man, nah, nah, buddy. If he say, man, if the man came along, like you said, he posed a scenario. If he came along and said, whoop-de-whoop, I need you off that. That gotta stop. You gotta get up out of there. She gonna fight him. So do you really want that? Because this is a possibility. Your artistic dancing in Atlanta that you're doing. Then please, man, please.
And this is why we review the whole video, because there's always a plot twist.
True.
There is always a plot twist in here. If you made it this far in the video, it's always a plot twist.
Yeah.
Like we are going along reviewing, and it's always something that gets thrown out. Like you came in for the sweet spirit. It turns out she a boss chick.
She threw you. A boss chick in sweet spirit and feminine clothing. That's what that is. And submissive clothing. This is a boss chick in submissive clothing. That's all.
Could this be?
But she told you. Though. Like she revealed it. Kendra didn't even ask her. She said, "Well, on that note, while I'm thinking about the kids, let me go into this." Wow.
See, nobody asked you for that. You could have possibly got somebody to get in your DMs. I'm not saying be out here tricking people, but I'm saying she opened her mouth. See, this sometimes you open your mouth and sabotage.
Yeah.
You said too much. This is common for modern women, Black women. You talk too much.
Too much.
You sabotage your own prospects. Cause you could have let a dude take you out on a date, and then maybe said something about your business. It's really
important to me, and I'm fulfilling. Express that to him, like maybe yet again.
Maybe he would have been accepting. Okay, I like that you got in your career. I don't know what he would have said, but you ain't even give it a chance.
You didn't.
To even get there.
Right out with it. You came right out. Right.
And then the prospects went down. Lord have mercy. Sabotage. This is self-sabotaging behavior. Stop this.
Yeah, we gotta cut this out. Gotta cut that out.
That's probably what she did with her ex. Like she said something. Oh, I ain't quitting this job. I ain't quitting this dancing.
He said, "Oh yeah,
I want you to stay at home and raise the kids. I ain't doing none of that.
Man, wow.
I ain't doing none of that. I can't do that.
It's not happening.
It's boring.
She said it ain't happening. Like that's it.
It's boring. This is boring.
Wow.
You could have taught the kids how to dance. Look, shoot.
I'm saying.
You can't. I'm still on what type of dancing, but you know what? Let's continue.
I know what kind of dance.
Let's continue.
And being a chef as well.
Okay, so you desire to get married?
Yes.
But you're saying as when you're married, you still want to work?
Yes. There's this show I'm directing a show in Atlanta called The Art of Love. It's about why I fell in love with dance. I have my children. I'm trying to dedicate that now that they're older, I'm trying to dedicate my focus on my work, focus on my business. But I know for a fact There's a bed I sleep in, and I would love for a man to be next to, be able to come home and be like, look, babe, I just got a promotion. I'm a chef. I just got my second show and stuff. So I'm not an independent. I don't want to be an independent woman for the rest of my life. I have my kids. Yes, it's not like a big deal, but
and this went downhill.
I'm willing to have more kids and willing to put time aside for that special person.
This is going
okay, willing to put time for that special person. Okay, so we got Michaela, Atlanta. So why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Why?
I had said I'm goal oriented, I'm ambitious, and I'm hardworking, I'm loving and nurturing. And I think those are good qualities.
Good qualities.
Did you ask?
Okay. And what qualities you feel as though make you a wife?
You said what?
What qualities make you a wife?
Someone that's faithful, trustworthy, knows how to communicate, loves God, and keeps their relationship private.
Okay. That's what you have a sweet soul, Michaela.
Thank you.
You do.
And I love you, Kendra. I have been watching your show for so long, and what you do for the women on here and men is it inspires me. I think the first time I seen your video, you were talking about you were asking a question to Janet Jackson, and that's when I first seen you, and I was like,
how many relationships have Kendra put together? How many people have found love on this show? Now, as our channel grow, you're gonna see videos where we do cover the updates. These updates are horror stories.
Word.
There's a few marriages in there,
but
the majority of this is horror stories.
Yeah.
So how many people is she really helping? I need someone to pull the stats. She's been doing this for 4 years. Who is she really helping?
She's really helping herself, guys. Y'all see so much inspiration. Like, I don't see it. Maybe I'm missing it. I mean, Kendra's doing something. She's probably and in her heart of hearts, she probably does mean well. But I'm just saying that the results, like, she's not doing anything for y'all. Like, she's helping herself. Like, and I need to circle back to this because I got to get into this. Where it started to go bad, she just painted a scenario where the man is really just essentially an accessory, like a bag or something. Like, he has no other purpose but for you to come home and tell him, I just got a promotion, and that's to be in the bed there doing absolutely nothing, and it's all about you. These have, her prospects are probably very low, like, as I think about it now, because most women who think about men as an accessory end up in the same situation. Like, I ain't saying it got to be all about the man, but it got to be a main part. If he's the provider, the protector, using all his 4 P's, the leader of the house, how could that in turn be looked at as an accessory? That's all that she just described. A pillow lays in your bed. You can come home and tell your dog what she said. Like, that has nothing to do with a man. You have no impact in it. You have no purpose in her life but to be an accessory. Her life is about her chefing and her dancing that she hasn't been doing for years, that she's trying to get back into. Like, you're not even actively doing a lot of this, sister. Secondly, she damn near just disregarded the kids too. They're not a big deal. Like, like, she just tossed them to the side as well. Like, it's all about her. So yeah, a sweet spirit, but I'm telling you, this is a selfish demon here. She got that selfish demon in her. That spirit is all around this woman, man. So the packaging, guys, we got to look past the soft voice. Look at the inner character nurturing. That doesn't sound too damn nurturing to me. She basically said, the kids, they there, but they ain't no big deal. I just want you in the bed when I come home to tell you how great I am. That's
yeah, and then she's basically, she don't want to have more kids. She would kind of have, if you require her to have another child, she'll give you one.
Yeah.
And shut you up.
To endure it.
Right. I have another one of these big-headed kids.
Right.
But I'll do it. She really don't want to. She can hear it. Shoot. She don't want to. She want to be out here doing her chefing.
Dancing.
These are things that you could do at home, though. I'm not saying women are just, you gotta be in the house. But I'm saying even if he require you to be in the house, like, you could still chef it up in the house. You could still dance in the house. Like, you could teach.
Absolutely.
You could teach dancing.
True. It's not that she's actually doing it, because we both in agreement on this, Queen. I know we are.
Right.
Of course, you want your woman to have interest, hobbies, things that she's doing besides chasing you around all goddamn day.
Yes.
Sure, I want you to have some interest in some things you could do, and they don't all have to be around the house. But when you plant that flag in the dirt, like, I'm gonna be doing this, irregardless of whatever, like, that kind of rhetoric is crazy to me. Like, that's the spirit I'm talking about. Like, it's all about me. At the end of the day, I'm gonna do Right.
And I just want to clarify, like, you don't have to be in the house. It's just like you said, she's just standing on this. I'm going to be doing this business. I'm going to be out here dancing. You can't tell me nothing. That's where it's a problem. If he required you to be in the home doing whoop whoop, I'm saying you could still do those things.
Right.
Even if you was in the home, you could find a way to really
still
do those
get your
things.
Fulfillment. Yeah.
Right.
That's true. Very true.
Right.
Very true.
Or you could scale it back a little bit. Whatever his requirements are. So just to stand on this and be like, I ain't doing it, I'm adamant about that. And that's not a good look. That's not going to get you anywhere.
Not at all.
So that already shows that you're not submissive. You coming in saying, I ain't doing nothing. He could come up with a plan. Okay, well, I might help you with your business. Or how about we do this? She's not open to anything.
Right. Or what will help the household? Okay, it will move the household better. I already work whoop like a dog. I'm breaking my back. I got the bread. We good. Everything is up. I could take care of everybody. I don't need you to be out there. I will really need you to help me, help the machine go along, help the kids grow along, and raise the children the way we should and all that. You still gonna be apprehensive about that, even if it's the best thing for you?
That's what modern woman is like.
There
like
it is.
Even the thing that's best for you, you do not want it. You're apprehensive.
Wow.
So I don't know. There's nothing I can tell you. Like, there's no help if you're not open-minded. So you want to get married. This might be a requirement of the man you meet.
Right.
But
it might be.
Just completely took it off the table. So
you planted that flag.
We're gonna finish the video out. Let's
finish it like that. You have such confidence in the way you carry yourself is so inspiring, and you inspire me.
I received that. Thank you, Michaela. Thank you so much. That was a life-changing moment for me, because at the time, before I knew I wanted to really, I was doing radio at the time, but when I really, it was for me, dreams do come true, because as a child, I was such a huge Janet Jackson fan. Like, it was crazy. People think I love Beyonce now, and I do love Beyonce. But when I was a kid, I would have bought you for Janet Jackson.
Can't get the Beyonce
I was obsessed.
reference.
So to me, it was a surreal moment. It was like literally over 20 years ago. But I appreciate you, Michaela. You have a sweet spirit too. You really do.
Thank you.
Let's see if we can find you a guy that can cherish that. We got Michaela, Atlanta, 27, Aquarius, a chef, performing arts dancer, mom to 2 kids, wants to get married, 27 to 40. How can the guy reach out to you?
The name is on the screen. You can just reach out to me through Instagram, poeticdancer_.
And there you have it. All right, Michaela, keep me posted how it goes, boo.
All right.
Okay, so we're gonna quickly give our final thoughts. I keep saying that she does have a sweet spirit, but it might be a wolf in sheep's clothing or a chameleon in a lioness clothing. Because I don't know, I had high hopes, and I'm just disappointed. Like I took off about 5 points throughout this whole interview. The kids, the baby daddies, the irreconcilable differences. How you got irreconcilable differences and you was never married?
It's your baby daddy.
How you gonna cite a reason for divorce, but you ain't never been married? Anyways, you want to provide so that you can run off and do your little business. And is you gonna contribute from any of these ventures you got? Because it don't make sense for the household. And that's probably why he would tell you to sit your behind down. If you ain't bringing none of that money back to this household, I don't care how fulfilled you is.
Not doing anything.
Right?
Not doing nothing.
These kids in here hungry. You out there chefing it up
for other people,
making hors d'oeuvres and stuff like that.
Right.
And we up in here hungry. These kids, I had to make these kids some ramen noodles.
This is insane.
You out there making little cutesy cupcakes and stuff.
Nah.
You up in here. You come home and make some hamburger helper like Rick Ross girlfriend.
Nah,
we ain't doing that. You ain't cleaned up in here, but you can dance around wherever you be dancing.
Right. In Atlanta.
Get a room and dance that around the floor.
Yeah. Dance your ass around like a Roomba in here and clean up.
Right. Get a vacuum cleaner and dance and get one of them dusters and dance your behind.
Get your Tom Cruise on. Yeah, risky business. Dance with the cleaning up. Dance while you clean up.
Right. You can do all that at home.
Man, listen.
Put you some music on, create a dance.
Man, listen.
Well, I'm wondering, since you do all that dancing, do you do praise dancing? You said you love the Lord now.
Maybe that's an acceptable kind of dancing, right?
We're gonna put you on the praise team.
There you go. That'd be a perfect role for you.
Folks know that you can dance. They're gonna put you on that praise team.
For sure.
Praises will be due. Okay, that's all I gotta say. I'm
done. So for me, like I said, she started off. She was up. If you just spoke to the woman in the real, I'm going to translate this to the real life. If she came at you like this in real life, you would say, man, she's sweet. She seems very submissive, a very feminine woman and all that. But that underneath, what's under the surface, it seems like a very selfish woman who probably at this point feel like she got to make up for lost time because she had her kids. Now she's getting back into, getting back into dancing. Not she was dancing the whole time. So that's going to be first in her life. And from what she described, the man in her life will just be an accessory. So you're going to have to foot the bill for 2 extra kids while being maybe third, fourth, or fifth in her life, in the grand prospects and in your life, moreover, than her life. F that, is your life. Do you want to come in and be secondary when you should be first, or you should be right alongside her? Under God, the Most High. That's up to you, fellas. But that's what I saw. I see a lot of red flags here. A lot. So I learned, women like this, she got a lot of that boss chick in her. And no, that's a selfish fallacy right there. When you lean into it like that, it's just, she ain't no boss. She probably ain't even got a dance studio or routine team. She ain't probably dancing nowhere. This is something she wants to do. And it's on her mind, and it's going to be first in her mind, first in her life. She even went so far as to slightly dismiss the children. Like, that ain't important. So if you looking to hit her up, fellas, beware. It's up to you. It's your life. We just giving you what we think. And on that note, we'll close it out. That is what we think, but we want to hear what you think. We always proponents of free thought, 360-degree thinkers over here. We want to hear all perspectives. You want to refute us where we on base, where we off base, what you think, get down. Leave a like on your way out, sub up if you want to. We'll be back hitting you again. I'm T. the resident Lioness Z, BlackSquareOne will hit you again. Y'all be good. Have a good night.